what the fuck was Dallas doing? I don't know if it's just gonna be like a yearly tradition that like every year at the draft, when it comes to the Magic draft, I'm gonna be on here on YouTube highly mad. But at least this time it's not the Magic's organization's fault. I don't blame the Magic organization. I blame Dallas, and I think Dallas is about to be the team that I hate the most in basketball. It used to be the Lakers, but the Lakers haven't been good for a while, so I don't really care about the Lakers no more. And I think the whole Lonzo and LeVar stories is funny to me. But last year, by taking Dennis Smith, and then this year, agreeing to a trade with Atlanta to get Luka Doncic, and then give them a first round pick to get Luka. Like, what do they need Luka for? They got Dennis Smith. They need a center or a forward. Like, I don't understand. I guess because he's overseas player. So I mean, hey, they had Dirk, so now we gonna have Luka. We just gonna keep this overseas thing. I guess that's their plan. I guess that's their marketing tool. Mark Cuban. I used to like Mark Cuban, but like I guess that's your marketing tool now. Just get all these overseas players, and we're gonna just brand overseas. That's your tool. Okay, cool. Because basketball wise, it doesn't make sense. Even Luka's a good player, which I think he's just gonna be an okay player. I don't think he's a franchise saving player. And then the Magic take Mo Bamba, which I knew was gonna be out Mo Bamba or Michael Porter Jr., which I like both players. But like I said in my breakdown of both of them, you have the injury concern with Michael Porter Jr. and then Mo Bamba is a project. Let's be real. Mo Bamba's a project, and he's similar to Jonathan Isaac. They similar. They similar players. They both long, both good defenders, both have a shot that could be a good shot. But it has to continue to develop. That was the same thing. They said that Jonathan Isaac could be in the future a good 3-point shooter. That's the exact same thing about Mo Bamba. He has the shot there. Like he has the makings of the shot. It just has to start falling through. So both of them are project players. And then now you have a logjam with two front court players, and then you have Aaron Gordon. So what does this mean for Aaron Gordon? So if you give Aaron Gordon, because Aaron Gordon right now is your best player, he has to continue to be your best player. And now you can't score. You had problems scoring already, and you don't have a point guard. That's the reason why I wouldn't have leaned towards Colin Sexton, because Colin Sexton is very similar to EP. But since Trae Young was out of your hands in this situation, you had to lean that way. So I guess that whole report that it was either between Trae Young and Sexton was bull, because if that's the case, then they would took Sexton, which would have made more sense than take Mo Bamba, because you still need a point guard, and I guess that we're going to be when it comes to football, I'm a Texan fan, and up until the point we got Deshaun Watson, we've been striving and mouth-watering for a quarterback. Since Penn Hardaway, the Magic have been mouth-striving and wondering and wanting a point guard. I know people are going to mention in the comments, what about Jameer Nelson? Jameer Nelson made All-Star, but Jameer Nelson is not on the same level as Penny Hardaway. Let's be serious. I like Jameer Nelson. I don't actually want us to draft Jameer Nelson. Jameer Nelson is not on that same level. Let's be real. Remember, the year they went to the finals, Jameer Nelson wasn't on the court. Go back. He played in the finals, but look at that playoff run from the All-Star, actually before the All-Star game. So a little bit, I think, before the All-Star game, all the way to game one of the finals, you had Skip Tamalu. Rafe Alston was the point guard. Rafe Alston was the point guard. Skip Tamalu was the point guard. Jameer Nelson didn't become point guard until he didn't come back until game one of the finals against the Lakers. He wasn't 100% then. So, and that's the best Magic season since a Penny Hardaway Shaq team. That's the last time the Magic have made it to the NBA Finals. So, and I like Jameer Nelson. And like he got a lot of points, a lot of assists, mostly because of his longevity. He's played in Orlando a lot. He might play in Orlando longer than anybody's ever played in Orlando, if I'm not mistaken. Because him and Dwight came at the same time, and he left like 2 years after Dwight, if I'm not mistaken. I know at least a year after Dwight. I know he was here after Dwight. It might have been 2 years after Dwight. So he has longevity as probably the longest tenured Magic player. So of course he has assists and points and steals and things like that because longevity. He's been here long. He played more games. But like I said, I'm not mad at the Magic for making the decision. I understand it. It's mostly because the decision was taken out of hands. Now, like I said, I did break down Mo Bamba. I like his size. They like length. I kind of said this when I kind of said this with the 6th pick that Mo Bamba, but even with Trae Young on the board, that this would be something that they would look at because of the length that he has. 7'10" wingspan, defender, block shots. Cool. Doesn't that kind of sound like Jonathan Isaac? Don't they kind of sound like Jonathan Isaac? It's kind of similar to Jonathan Isaac. So they very similar. So since they very similar in Isaac play, so I guess in this scenario, Isaac gonna be playing coming off the bench, especially if you bring back Gordon, because I don't see you playing Isaac at the 3, Gordon at the 4, and Mo Bamba at the 5. I don't see that lineup. I don't see a lineup. You can't score with that lineup. I don't understand that. Now what you going to do with the point guard position? I know people have commented before, and you must have fell off of Trayvon Duval. No, I still like Trayvon Duval a lot. Hopefully they go after Trayvon Duval in the second round. But did Trayvon Duval disappoint me last year at Duke? And I'm a Duke fan. Yes, he did. Partly because of Wendell Carter and Bagley was taking more of the shine. But he did. It was still some things that he needed to do. I think he should have stayed another year at Duke, to be honest with you, to help his draft status. He should have stayed another year at Duke, and he probably needs to play a year at the G League, or at least a half a season, if not a whole season, in the G League, to help develop some more of his skills. But now you gotta draft him, and I think you might have to throw him to the Wolves because we all know that DJ Augustine is not the point guard of the future. So we're going to be right back in the situation again. And I know people they should trade up to Memphis. I like Trae Young. I would not give up a future first-round pick to go after and get Trae Young because more than likely you will be in this similar situation again next year, missing the playoffs. Could be. I hope not, but you never know. And you don't want to give up a first-round pick. That's another thing Dallas dumbass did. They gave up, even though I think it was protected, but still, you gave up a first-round pick for Luka? I don't understand what Dallas is doing in this situation. I really don't. And because of that, it's messing over the Magic. And now we stuck with Mo Bamba. Now, if we get the twin A, and if it's Ralph Sampson, Akeem Olajuwon, Twin Tower type thing, go to the NBA Finals like they did in 87 against Boston, cool. But I don't think that's that because I don't see a Ralph Sampson or Akeem Olajuwon with either one of the players. I hope I'm wrong. Please believe I hope I'm wrong. I hope, as I like Mo Bamba. I just think he's going to be another year away, another year or 2 away. And you already working on the project with Isaac. Isaac showed you the good defensive stats last year. He showed you that he was good defensively. Offensive skills not there yet. That's the same thing Mo Bamba is. Got the defensive skills. Offensive skills ain't there yet. He shows the making of being offensively, but they not there right now. It's going to take time. That's what's going to happen. So we back once again. So, like I said in my last video, it's a new general manager. So this is rebuilding for him. So this is his version of the rebuild. So from 2012 up into 2017, just scratch all that out. All that Rob Hammond did, we can forget all that. Now we're in trust the process mode. So now us Magic fans, we got to sit here and wait another 2-3 years, especially with the 2 people that we just drafted because they're both projects. Now, cool, the payoff might be huge. If they're the Twin Tower type, the payoff might be huge. Our front court defensively should be stout. Now, do you take now? Now I think you gotta bring back Azonia as well. So now, do you take Nukovic and try to move him? Now, do you try to move Nukovic in the pick? I don't know what they're gonna do offensively. I really don't. I don't know what the Magic plan on doing offensively. And like I said, it's not really their fault. Kind of sort of because you kind of could have went with Michael Porter Jr. But I understand why you didn't go with Michael Porter Jr. because of the injury concerns. You don't know. He could be a top 5 player in the NBA 5 years from now. But he also could be not in the league because of his back. So I understand that. I understand not going with Colin Sexton because he's very similar to Peyton. And you're like, well, we might as well just kept Peyton. So it's back to, we made good draft decisions in the past. We just let them all walk. Now we need to do something offensively. So I don't know offensively what the Magic gonna do in the future. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't. Comment below if you haven't. Click that bell, get my videos. I holla.